Breaking news for everyone relying on Social Security. Your November 2025 payments are officially changing, and if you're not ready, you could be left wondering where your money went. This isn't some rumor floating around social media. It's confirmed, it's happening right now, and it's going to affect millions of Americans who depend on their benefits to stay afloat. Whether you're retired, disabled, caring for someone on benefits, or simply budgeting down to the penny each month, what happens over the next few weeks could make a real difference in your wallet. And listen, I know how it feels to wake up expecting your deposit, only to check your account and see nothing. That sinking feeling in your chest, that fear that maybe something went wrong. But don't worry, I've got you covered. This channel is made for people like you. People who want real information, not confusion. I break down exactly what's changing, what's safe, and what you need to do before the end of this month to stay one step ahead. Because here's the thing, these next few weeks will separate those who plan smartly from those caught off guard. And I don't want you on the losing side of that divide. My name is Sarah James, and I've spent the past 8 years studying and reporting on Social Security policy changes, government reports, and benefit system trends. I work directly with senior advocacy groups, nonprofit legal aid networks, and yes, I read every single SSA bulletin that most people ignore. According to the Social Security Administration, nearly 68 million Americans rely on these checks every month. The Congressional Budget Office reports that improper or delayed payments now exceed $2 billion each year, and the average processing time for appeals and adjustments has ballooned to about 147 days. That means if there's an issue with your benefits, you could be waiting nearly 5 months to get it resolved. My mission is simple, to help you understand what's really happening behind those numbers so you can keep your income secure. If you're new here, do me a quick favor. Go into the comments right now and tell me your city and state. I want to know exactly where you're watching from because these updates play out differently across regions. Now picture this scenario. It's the last week of October. You've planned your bills perfectly. Rent is due on the 1st, your medication refill hits on the 2nd, groceries come right after that. You check your account early Friday morning expecting to see your SSI deposit, but it's not there. Panic hits. You call your bank, they say there's nothing pending. You start to wonder, did I miss something? Was there a cutoff date? Did the government shutdown delay my deposit? For a lot of people, that situation isn't hypothetical. It's already happening. And the truth is, a lot of confusion comes down to small but critical calendar shifts that few people notice until it's too late. It's devastating to those on fixed incomes, because one late deposit can throw off an entire month of living expenses. People are scared, frustrated, and confused, and I get it. Because last year, my own mother, who's been on SSDI for 3 years, called me in tears. She said, "Sarah, I think they skipped me." My check didn't come. I pulled up the schedule, checked the bank times, and realized it had posted at midnight the night before, 2 days earlier than she expected. But she'd already arranged automatic payments for the following day. She ended up overdrafting her account by accident. That's when it hit me. If she could be thrown off by one timing change, so could millions of others. So let's talk about exactly what's going on right now. The Social Security payment system is under pressure like we haven't seen in years. The ongoing government shutdown has delayed routine processing across multiple departments. Offices in California, Texas, and New York are reporting reduced hours or full closures. That means if you need to fix an error, apply for a new benefit, or appeal a decision, you're facing serious delays. Meanwhile, the November schedule itself has changed in several key ways. SSI recipients are seeing their payments arrive on Friday, October 31st, instead of November 1st, because the 1st falls on a Saturday. That means your November benefit technically lands in October. There will not be a second SSI payment during November, because December's payment will arrive right on Monday, December 1st. For those collecting regular Social Security, retirees, spousal beneficiaries, and survivors, if you started before May 1997 or receive both Social Security and SSI, your payment date is Monday, November 3rd. For everyone else, it depends on your birthday. Birthdays from the 1st through the 10th will see deposits, Wednesday, November 12th. Birthdays from the 11th through the 20th will see payments, Wednesday, November 19th. And those with birthdays from the 21st through the 31st will get their payments on Wednesday, November 26th, right before Thanksgiving. So yes, there are 5 major payout days for November: October 31st, November 3rd, 12th, 19th, and 26th. Now here's where it gets interesting. Even though payments are still going out on those days, the systems behind them are straining. The Social Security Administration is operating with reduced staff. Many local offices are using outdated technology from decades ago. That's caused issues with phone lines, data processing, and error corrections. One retired data officer named Charles Voorhees warned that millions of records were transferred to a new cloud server last month under the Department of Government Efficiency, also called DOGE, a cost-cutting task force. The SSA insists there's no security breach, but internal whistleblowers say oversight was minimal and the migration happened too fast. That means while your money is safe, your personal data could be vulnerable. It's crucial to monitor your account and be alert for scams pretending to be official notices. I'll talk about that more in a moment. Now, the Delayed Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA, is another big story. Normally announced in early October, this year's adjustment was postponed until October 24th because the Bureau of Labor Statistics was late publishing inflation data. The expected increase is between 2.6 and 2.8%, slightly higher than last year's 2.5. That means the average retiree receiving $2,800 a month could see about a $55 boost starting in January 2026. But before you celebrate, remember Medicare Part B premiums are expected to rise by roughly $22 a month, cutting most of that increase. So, you might only see a net gain of about $30. It's not nothing, but it's not much when groceries, rent, and utilities keep climbing. Let's pause for a second because this is important. To everyone watching right now, subscribing isn't just about staying updated, it's about protecting yourself. Every week I break down exactly what's changing, I translate the government jargon into plain English, and I show you how to plan ahead. Subscribing is like building yourself a safety net of information, so you never miss a critical date again. I'm not saying this for me, I'm saying this for you. Think about it. Wouldn't it feel better knowing someone is tracking every payment calendar and alerting you before changes hit your account? This channel is for people who take control, not for those who wait and hope for the best. So if that's you, hit that button because you'll want to hear what's coming next. Now let's get practical. Here's what you need to do immediately. Treat your October 31st payment as part of November's income, not extra money. Set it aside and remind yourself that's not a bonus check. It's your November benefit arriving early. Next, make sure your direct deposit information is current. Log in to your My Social Security account online and double-check your bank routing and account numbers. If you're using a Direct Express card, the funds usually post at midnight Eastern Time, but that can vary depending on your location. Don't assume it will always hit at the same hour each month. Keep a simple written record, date, time, and amount, so you can spot inconsistencies early. Next, protect yourself from scams. Unfortunately, fraud spikes during times of uncertainty. There are new fake letters and phone calls going around claiming that your Social Security number has been suspended or your benefits have been frozen due to criminal activity. They might use official-looking seals or even fake Supreme Court stamps and demand you call a number to reactivate your account. Don't fall for it. The Social Security Administration will never call to threaten you, never demand immediate payment, and never ask for personal information by email or text. If you get one of these messages, hang up, delete it, and report it to the Office of the Inspector General. Another key tip: if you can, set up automatic notifications through your bank so you get alerts when a deposit arrives. That way, you won't be surprised by early or late deposits. And always keep a folder, physical or digital, where you store every letter or notice related to your benefits. Trust me, that small step can save you weeks of frustration later if there's ever a dispute. Now, zooming out, let's look at the bigger picture. Why do these changes keep happening? Why can't Social Security just stay consistent? The reality is that the system is built on rigid financial and governmental rules. Banks don't process deposits on weekends or holidays. Federal systems schedule payouts on fixed days, and when those collide with non-business days, the money moves up. Add to that government shutdowns, budget delays, and data migration projects, and you get the perfect storm. We're seeing this fall. It's not corruption, it's not neglect. It's bureaucracy moving slowly in a fast-changing world. But here's the good news. Once you understand the patterns, you can plan around them. You can be flexible even when the system isn't. So here's my advice, spoken from experience. Don't wait until the first of the month to check your account. Start checking 3 days early. Make sure you have at least a small emergency buffer, even $50 or $100, to cover one missed day. If you're helping an elderly parent or relative with their finances, mark these payment dates on their calendar and remind them about the shift. Get them used to checking their balance safely using official SSA or bank sites, not random links. And if you're on a fixed income, think carefully about how you handle that COLA increase. Set aside that extra $30 instead of spending it right away. It may not seem like much, but 3 months of saving that can give you a cushion when something goes wrong. Also, be aware that SSDI reform proposals are still being debated. The Trump administration's plan to tighten eligibility could return in 2026, potentially reducing approval rates by 20%. That means fewer people qualifying for disability benefits, especially older workers. If you or someone you know is considering applying, start gathering documentation now. Get medical records, employer letters, and proof of previous income ready. Don't wait for the rules to change before you act. Now let's take one more step back. The big question: what happens if Congress doesn't act soon? According to the 2025 Trustees Report, the Social Security Trust Fund reserves could be depleted by 2033. That doesn't mean benefits disappear, but it does mean automatic cuts, about 23% across the board. Unless lawmakers raise the income cap or adjust payroll tax rates, it's a long-term concern, but the policies being debated today will shape what you and your children receive tomorrow. Let's be real. It's a lot to process. Between new schedules, COLA delays, Medicare increases, office closures, and scam warnings, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But you're not powerless. Understanding what's happening now helps you make better decisions later. And that's exactly why you're here. Because the truth is, people who prepare, who track their deposits, who verify their information, are always better off than those who assume everything will run smoothly. So let me end with this question. What would it mean to you if you never had to wonder about your Social Security check again? No panic, no confusion, just clarity, security, and peace of mind. That's what I want for you. That's why this channel exists, to help you stay protected, prepared, and confident. So subscribe now, not because I'm asking, but because you deserve it. You deserve to feel informed, safe, and ready for whatever happens next. I know it's frustrating. I know it's tiring to hear about shutdowns and policy shifts. But here's what I've learned. The people who pay attention, who take small actions early, are the ones who come out ahead. You have the power to stay ahead of the curve. 2 payments in October, none in November. That's the truth. Mark your calendar, protect your data, check your account, and stay alert. I'll be here each week breaking down the changes as they happen. Until then, take care, stay informed, and remember, your benefits are your lifeline. And with the right knowledge, you stay in control.